Stage Whale, your regular fix for movies and mayhem. Coincidence or what? Our 50th episode aligning with the greatest anti-hero movie of the decade. The hype is real and the spoilers are vicious. Don't watch until you've seen the film. Hope you enjoy.
Should we start all by saying one name, one character, one person that surprised us the most about Deadpool? 3, 2, 1. Blade.
Dogpool.
For fuck's sake. So we didn't need to headline it because we're going to put it in the titles. This is going to be full of any spoilers that we can think of. We'll say every single one of them.
What did we watch this week? On Cinema Selection. We will be talking about the vampire.
I think Wesley Snipes proves that he should do another Blade film.
Elephant in the room, yeah.
Drew's well quiet.
Huh?
Drew's super hard to hear.
Really?
Yeah.
Turn your gain up or speak right into your mic.
I am speaking right into my goddamn mic, man.
It's better when you're closer. See all those gadgets?
Kev, you're super loud as well, to be fair.
Okay, how am I now?
It sounds a bit distorted, it's so loud.
How am I now?
Still quiet.
Oh, sounds good on my end. It'll be fine. As long as you can hear him.
Yeah, it'll come out in the wash. Like, I'm on major loud and it comes up yellow. It might just be your sound isn't that good.
Maybe turn your volume up, James.
If I turn it up any more, the whole street will hear you.
Oh.
I mean, I can hear you guys perfectly.
Who was female Deadpool?
It was Blake.
Was it?
Yeah.
What does it say that in the credits?
Yeah. Which was strange because there was like rumors it was going to be Taylor Swift, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Glad it wasn't.
Well, there was. It was all over. Like even they got asked about it on American TV chat shows. But yeah, look, Blake on IMDb officially. But I thought she'd take her face off so we could see who it was.
She could have just phoned that in, man. She could have just done the voice.
We keep mentioning Matthew McConaughey. Did you hear him come up?
What?
I recognised his voice instantly, and I had to check IMDb afterwards to make sure.
Was he the cowboy one?
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, sweet.
Cowboy Paul.
Cowboy Paul.
I think they should make a Gambit movie.
Yeah, he wasn't too cringy. He was all right.
No, I like the way he was kind of channeling Benicio del Toro from The Usual Suspects.
What, with his stupid accent, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was so funny.
It is bold being able to do accents like that, especially with the whole kind of woke culture thing. But it was funny. It worked.
It was really funny.
Well, he wasn't doing an accent. He was doing like undescribable and a bit of English. He wasn't doing like accents. Like,
well, it did. It felt like he was trying to be like Hispanic and kind of Mexican. Like, it was
I thought to start with he was like Hispanic, and then he started doing a magic roundabout and stuff like that.
But you know what he's famous for is like going, "Hi, my name's Jeff."
Yeah, but Gambit, the character, isn't like that. I don't think.
Well, fuck knows. Well,
Gambit was my favorite X-Men growing up.
Yeah, but it's a different universe, isn't it? So when they do a film, it can be the normal one.
I like the way that I thought the woman that played the bad guy was really good.
Yeah,
Emma Corrin. Emma Corrin. She plays Princess Diana in The Crown.
Yeah,
that's where I recognise her from. I couldn't pick it out.
Yeah.
What else? She was in something else as well.
Awful lot of good English actors, wasn't there?
It was very British, wasn't it?
It was filmed in England, though, wasn't it? In London.
Matthew.
What's it called? Studios? Can't think now.
Pinewood.
Yeah.
Matthew McFadden for you, James, because you were talking about what was it? Spooks. There you go. There's your Spooks moment.
Oh yeah, he's one of the he's Tom, isn't he? Tom.
Yeah, he's one of the main Spooks.
Yeah. Excellent movie though. I mean, Blade should come back. I mean, the woman that plays Elektra, I can never think of her name.
Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, she was really good.
She was great.
Yeah. It was clever how they talked about all the characters that weren't there.
Yeah, and I hate to sound misogynistic a little bit, like talking about beautiful people and attractive women, but Jennifer Garner's always straddled that line of absolutely stunning, but girl next door, like approachability. She's not like supermodel beautiful. She's just like natural, if that makes sense. She looks better without makeup and just natural. Like she still stuns today. Like she's not old. She's like maybe early 50s probably, but
But she does it effortlessly, like you're saying. There's just a
yeah.
Do you not think it would have been funny if one of the cameo quick things was Ryan Reynolds in his previous Deadpool form?
Yeah, that mouth sewn up shut thing.
Oh,
yeah. Like only quickly seeing him, he gets killed quick or something. But like that would be quite funny.
I'm
Or
pretty
if the Green Lantern showed up.
Didn't they reference it? I can't remember.
Wouldn't it have been?
Believe they did.
They should have just brought that bit in when you've got like literally the pool of dead pools. That would have been a perfect time to bring it in for him.
But I watched some TV interviews about him, and it shows how uncomfortable he is talking about X-Men's origins when they were playing that Deadpool guy. Because in Blade, he played the guy that wielded the swords, that Blade Trinity or whatever. So the guy that made the film said, you'd be perfect as Wade Wilson. So it's not Ryan Reynolds' idea to be Deadpool. It was someone else's idea that you're such a mouthy shit. You should be the merc with the mouth. Suggested he be this Deadpool character. And because it's a PG film, they sewed his mouth up, and Ryan Reynolds wasn't really happy about it. And you can see in his interviews when he's talking about X-Men Origins saying, yeah, it was great to play this character. In my dreams, I'd play him again, but it would not be scrutinized by certificates, and I could get away with anything and break that fourth wall, stuff that the studios won't allow me to do.
Wasn't it like broke the record for highest grossing R-rated movie of all time?
Yeah, top 4 or something, I think it was.
Name another Disney R-rated film.
Don't know. There's a lot of Disney R-rated series, like that Pamela Anderson series that was really good. That was on Disney.
No, but a movie.
I can't think of another movie.
Nope. Maybe just the way Disney have got to go.
Well, if you go on Disney, there's a whole advert. I don't know if you've seen it in the cinema. It appears in the cinema, and it's all these like bloody, sweary, sexy clips, and it goes Disney, not just for kids.
Ooh.
Have you not seen that advert?
Well, I've never seen any of them films with that in it, but
There's loads, man. Disney,
Name two.
millions of stuff. Disney R-rated movies. Can't name anything off the top of my head.
There's millions of them, but you can't name two.
All right, well, Disney did Sausage Party.
That's true.
Did they?
Well, it says here they did.
Well, that's on Prime.
Good point.
I thought that was...
Yeah, it is. It's Prime. Prime
Well,
sausage.
Google shit, isn't it?
Prime sausage. Google is a liar.
It says here, Sausage Party on Wikipedia, a parody of Disney and Pixar films.
Oh, that's probably why I've not done a nuanced enough search for it to pop up the right stuff. But if I look now, all of Deadpool's are on Disney.
Yeah, but they don't count because they only made one of them. They just bought the other ones. That doesn't count.
Good point.
Like, you can't, like, American Horror Stories on Disney, but they didn't make it. They just bought it. They bought Fox, remember? So they got all that stuff.
Well, they did Prey with, the Predator film, the new Predator film. That was really good.
Right.
That was a 15, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That must have been R-rated.
Really good. They were part of Free Guy. So Free Guy of Ryan Reynolds, which is really good. And that was, what's his name? Sean Levy, who directed Deadpool. And that also had Chris Evans in. Have you seen Free Guy?
Yeah. Is that on where he's a video game?
Yeah,
No.
Chris Evans pops up. He's in like the coffee shop drinking or something, and I can't remember what. Oh yeah, because they get the IP for all the Disney stuff. So at the very end, like Ryan Reynolds gets Captain America's shield and stuff, and then gets the lightsaber to attack the guy. Stuff you're not allowed to have in any film. But yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine. I thought Hugh Jackman, an emotion I didn't expect. I choked up about 3 times.
He's
really
brilliant.
emotional moments.
He had a brilliant. He has some great monologues as well, which is lovely that they gave him those moments. Yeah, he was brilliant, man. They gave him an arc again as well, making him a more challenged Wolverine that's just like bitter, twisted, and he has to kind of find his way back.
But how amazing was that beginning when he goes through all the Wolverines? It's like that really short Wolverine, and then you get Henry Cavill.
That was insane, man.
Because I thought that was him. I thought, right, okay, he's found him now.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
turns around, Henry Cavill.
Yeah, and I love the way that he even gives a nod and went, everybody's been hoping it. And he's like, he kind of bigs him up.
No, because he breaks the fourth wall. He goes, you look better like this rather than those shit fucks at the other studio.
Oh, wow.
Calls them shit fucks. Calls DC shit fucks.
Wow. There you go.
By the way, Prey was 20th Century Studios. They just used Disney Plus as the app to
That was Fox.
put it out.
Sneaky
So they
bit.
didn't do that one either. So
They own them, and they will be doing them in the future. And
yeah, but they haven't actually. We couldn't name. If anyone can think of one R-rated film Disney have actually done themselves,
I
apart from
can't think
Deadpool.
of any. I can't think of many films where I know the studio off the top of my head.
Yeah,
very
but Disney's pretty big. Like
So-
I'm saying, they're generally not associated with adult films.
Yeah, granted.
because-
If you go on Disney Plus, there's loads of adult
Oh yeah,
films.
but none of it's theirs. Like
Doesn't matter. They're distributed now. They now own it. So they're
now
now
they're making it. Is what I'm saying. They're actually going out of their way to make it. Which
Yeah.
they've never done.
I mean, you can look at the horrors, like you said. You've got the first Omen's on there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, yeah, you can put anything on there. Like EastEnders is on Netflix, but they didn't make it, did they?
No, Disney's different. Disney doesn't. I think they have to own it because if it's on there, it's usually not on anywhere else.
It says they're 20th Century. You used Hulu, Disney Plus, and Star Plus, which is Disney's other thing, just for distribution purposes. They don't have their own. So obviously Disney offered them more money than Netflix and Prime.
Oh, did you hear the little? I don't know how true this is. The little controversy online about Deadpool. Rob, Wrexham Football Club. Rob McElhenney. He was in. I watched the episode of Welcome to Wrexham, and there's 2 episodes of the last series where they're talking about football. They're showing football clips, and it cuts to Rob McElhenney on his own, going, "I should be here with Ryan, but he's in the middle of filming Deadpool." Then the next scene, he appears with at the filming set. So Rob McElhenney's at the filming set, and Ryan Reynolds is in that Hawaiian shirt that he wears at the beginning when he's got the toupee.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm gonna be in Deadpool, guys." And Ryan's like teasing him, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you on. We're gonna get you in as an extra. And I'm gonna kill you." And Rob McElhenney just posted a day or two ago saying, "Just watched Deadpool. Didn't see my cameo. Ryan Reynolds wouldn't do me like that." And there's been no response.
Ooh.
So his scene's been cut. But I thought he was because he's playing a TVA guy, just one of the foot soldiers.
I didn't see him. Unless
But-
he's got a helmet on.
They've all got visors on, apart from 1 or 2 of them. So
Why do you even want to be in the film at that point?
it was just fun, wasn't it? He was doing the TV show with Ryan Reynolds, and they were round the corner. They're both in the UK at the same time, so he went to visit him. He was on set. He was like, "Can I just put something on and have a go?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then
So the long and short of it is, Disney need to get in the R-rated game to succeed because they've lost an awful lot of money the last couple of years.
Well, isn't it great that they've bought up? I just can't believe they did it. Like they were saying, like, I cannot believe Disney and Marvel have allowed us to say the stuff we have because they ripped the shit out of Marvel. Like, do you see the scene where he goes, was it Wolverine or was it someone else? It might, I can't remember. It might be one of the other guys, one of the other cameos. He was like, "Well, welcome to Marvel." To be honest, you've joined at a bit of a low point, but
Well, Marvel made X-rated films. Logan's got to be R-rated, sorry.
yeah, I mean, it's probably a 15. I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, but I think that counts as R. Deadpool's only a 15.
Oh yeah, Deadpool's 15 as well. I don't know
But
how they
I
managed
think
that.
what we can agree with then is Disney have, apart from Deadpool, have never made an R-rated film that we can think of, but they are a middleman. But so because they're a middleman, they're not making the big money off it. They're just getting subscription money, which they're probably getting already.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people will go on
They're
to
not getting that box office money, are they?
So this Deadpool Wolverine's probably going to go straight onto Disney Plus then, isn't it?
We'll do in a couple of months. Yeah, it's quite.
Yeah.
It's the turnaround from cinema to Disney Plus is a bit slower than cinema to Prime.
I thought it was normally like 90
Yeah,
days.
but
or 2 or
that's
3
because
months.
Primes will charge 15 quid still when it's
Yeah,
on
there's
Disney.
still money in it for the production company on Prime.
Yeah, they might drag it out because it's so success. The more successful, the more they drag it
It'll
out.
be at the cinema for about 3 months, I think.
Well, put it this way: Barbie and Oppenheimer were on Prime within like 3 or 4 months. But if you go on now, they're probably still 12, 15 quid because they're so popular.
We say just
Yeah.
out of curiosity.
Free.
Well, that's because Nolan signed a waiver with it was one of the stream. No, it wasn't streaming. It was Warner Brothers. Sorry, he said, is it Warner Brothers? No, he left Warner Brothers, didn't he? And he was doing it with.
Yeah, Barbie is $13.99. Yeah,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is kind of fair for a movie, I think.
He
UHD.
didn't want to do the film unless he was allowed 100 days in the cinema.
So should you that amount of effort, that amount of money,
Absolutely.
and he doesn't make films willy nilly. He does.
Yeah.
He's like Tarantino to a degree. He does one every now and again.
But also, it's like, can you imagine?
Oppenheimer's 10 quid.
Can you imagine watching Deadpool and Wolverine on your mobile phone? It's just an absolute sacrilege. Do you know what I mean? So you want to see it.
Well, no, you don't watch Prime on your mobile phone. You have it on your TV, Drew. Like,
Yeah, no.
Some people do though.
I'm just saying it as the idea that there will be people that will watch something on their phones. Do you know what I mean? That's the way it's going. People are on bus shelters watching films. And what I'm saying is, it is kind of an insult to all of the money and the crew and the big kind of production and spectacle, and just to, watch it on a small
I think a
little
lot
screen.
of credit has to go to Amazon Prime because they are giving the DVD sales option to these studios, which is the one thing that has basically stopped risk taking at the cinema because they have to have a hit now. That's why every single film coming out. Name it. What was the last film that wasn't full of A-list stars or brand new stars that did really well?
It'd be an A24
Yeah.
one, probably.
Yeah, that type of stuff. But as well, the marketing is getting insane.
Yeah.
But then again, to be fair, think about one of the biggest films this summer. I mean, again, it's a bit niche because it is going to be horror, but like Alien Romulus, there's been no marketing on that. There's trailers. Other than that, there's maybe a few interviews.
Why are you thumbing that?
That film's ruined now
Why?
because they played the extended trailer when we went to see Deadpool Wolverine. So I basically seen half the film.
Oh, it's going to be incredible. I think they probably haven't.
There's a lot to
They've
it, mate.
ruined so much of it, like to the
No.
point where you see who gets killed. It's like brilliant.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you see a chest burster.
we knew that was going to happen to her.
But it was like a horror movie has to leave complete suspense. Not
I agree. There shouldn't have been showing that. Fair enough. But they've
in a
got.
violent nature. That's a trailer.
But to be fair, they've got to show in the trailer. People are coming for the horror, and if they've got to show a chest burster scene, and that's what they're saying about that bit is it's so unique because you've seen chest bursters before, so how can they make it different? And they've got that
But they
glow.
just don't have to show it, do they? Keep it quiet with an alien popping its head. Everyone knows what alien is. Don't show half the bloody
Or they
things.
cropped the chest bursting scene to crop out the person's head at least, and just see the light going, and then.
Well, do you know what else was ruined, by the way? Two other good examples of films being ruined. One is the what's that film where the two couples get together and
Yeah,
the
we've said
kid's
this.
got no tongue, don't
See
speak.
no evil.
See no evil. Yeah. Why would you even go and watch that now? That trailer gives away everything.
That's pissed me off. That one.
It like, gives away the whole plot.
Everyone's talking about
You're
that.
right, because why are they are shooting themselves in the foot now? Because this conversation we're having, it's literally like, why go?
So I've got one more that was shown that I'm really, really annoyed at because I was super excited for it. The new Josh Hartnett film.
Oh
The
yeah,
new trailer basically tells you it's him.
Well, no, that's the point. No, that's the beginning. So it's not. That's what I was trying to say to you before. I ruined it for you because I told you, but it was. It's not an M. Night Shyamalan where the twists at the very end. It's literally the opening scene will be us knowing about it.
Yeah, but I would have liked to see that in a cinema.
But the whole film is about him trying to escape the police. We don't see any of that.
Yeah, but
That-
the first trailer, you're left wondering,
point.
is it him?
well,
The second trailer, you're like, yeah, it's him. Just push
no,
someone
no,
else
forget the
instead.
video
So
footage.
if that didn't have that twist in that trailer, I think it would look boring. I think it needed to have that
I
bit.
thought it looked really interesting.
Oh, fuck, he's the evil guy. How is this going to play out? And we don't know any of that.
But
They give away too much trying to get people to go.
they're kind of doing it in violent nature, though, aren't they? Like, so they're flipping it again. So we're in the perspective of the villain. the villain is the protagonist.
Yeah.
And we're with him in a weird way, wanting him potentially to escape. I don't know. Do we want
there's
him
But I'm
to
not being funny. They had a really unique opportunity to do something that no one does and have an actual twist at the beginning.
but
And now everyone knows what it is.
he might be the serial killer that's a vigilante that kills bad people. He might be a good guy.
He might be like
but not-
Dexter.
he could be a murdery
See,
Batman.
the first trailer was perfect. It left me thinking, "Oh, could be him. Is it him? Don't know." I would have gone to the cinema and been like straight away, "Got me there."
Crap always showed who it was.
No, he didn't.
The other
They
one-
showed him being a little off, but they didn't show him blowing up a deep fat fryer and pushing someone down the stairs.
True.
what are you on about?
Yeah, that's the
new
one I
trailer,
saw as well.
He sets off a bomb.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, exactly. He pushes some girl down the stairs, chucks some stuff in a deep fat fryer so it explodes, hurting people, killing people maybe.
That's fucked.
That's what I mean. It just gave loads away. It's like, and I bet they're two of the most important parts of the film.
It's sponsored by olive oil as well.
It's just annoying. And you can't not watch the trailers at the cinema, can you? Unless you sit there like that.
But maybe that's why people go, I'm just going to quickly grab a Coke and some popcorn. Do you want anything? Just so you miss them.
I just wish that cinemas told you what time the actual film started.
I think it is but I think we talked about this. I think it is like 15 minutes. So if you go,
Way more than that.
or 20,
I think it's like half an hour the other day, including the adverts at the beginning.
really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Where's Kev gone?
I'm not sure.
But yeah, the trailers are just ruining films for me now. So I'm trying. I watched the Gladiator trailer. Brilliant. Now I know exactly everything that happens in that now as well.
Yeah.
Leave it like a little bit of suspense. Also, it's got a guy from All of Us Strangers in it as well.
This is why I love Nolan, because every time he makes a trailer, you never know what the hell is going on fully, but it's
I just
so
like a
intriguing.
trailer to show like
But
a
also,
little
mate,
bit
he
of.
edits. I think this is what it comes down to. I think what's happening is directors are sending the footage to people that then cut together the trailers and they go, "We'll get you an audience, don't worry." But Christopher Nolan, he looks over the trailers that are being released because he's like, "No, I don't want that in there. What are you doing? No, take that out." So,
Kev, now you probably understand why I said that film's ruined for me, because it gave so much away.
Yeah, I don't want to know anymore then. Because
And we were just saying as well, because the new Gladiator trailer came on as well. Brilliant. Now I know loads of stuff that happens in that. Great.
again, that I don't care about because that's just an action film. We know know he's going to win at the end.
Where'd they get a rhino from? Really?
That's what they used to do. They generally had that in Rome.
Also, it's got that guy from that dumb film as well.
Yeah,
but he's the lead, dude. How did you not know that for the first trailer?
he's the
I'm
main guy.
trying not to watch trailers at the moment.
Oh, fair
The
enough.
only way I'm watching trailers is at the cinema, when I go and think, oh, I'm really excited about a movie, and I watch a trailer and think, oh, great, I've seen it.
Well, when I went before, like earlier this year, every time A Quiet Place Day 1 trailer came on, when I was with Sadie, she just went like that the whole time. She didn't
But
want to.
because that's a prequel, you kind of know what's going to happen anyway. But just it's desperation. It's embarrassing desperation from like whoever's putting these trailers out to try and drag people in. But instead, they're probably pushing a lot of people away. Because if there was a film I was like kind of excited to watch, and then that trailer came out showing all that stuff, I'd be like, I'm just going to wait till I can get on Prime. Can't be asked.
Yeah.
Well, to go back to Deadpool, because like so much, still millions of things we could talk about. I just looked at IMDb. It's only rated 8.2, which is a crime.
That's
And
ridiculous.
But as you scroll through, everything's 9, 9, 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 10, 10. Like, how's it getting to 8.2?
Yeah, I'm not being funny. That IMDb top 10 is getting a bit laughable these days.
But it's also because not enough people have left reviews yet. Reviews are quite hard to come by, man, these days. People can't be asked.
I mean, there's so many good things like the pop culture references, like there's so many fucking quotes.
When he hits the radio and Greatest Showman comes on.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that bit.
Do you know when they're fighting in the car, when he has a go up Deadpool?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to fight you right now. And they're fighting in that little Honda. And they're
Yeah.
banging against the radio. And just the Greatest Showman comes on for about 2 seconds.
Really? Again, that's
That-
a clever
he's
example why I want to
twice.
watch it again.
Yeah.
I can't believe they used the Will Smith reference, though.
Yeah, get my country out your fucking mouth.
Like, what?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
so many of that. It's
He
just
makes quite a few references to Blake, doesn't he? Like when he says there's like 210 bones in the human body or 211 if I'm watching Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
And then there's one scene where he's like, I'm telling Blake. He's like,
Yeah.
Wolverine's on top of him.
It's so funny.
What was it? What's the bit he's lying on top of him? And they're
Just trying to get
together.
a knife out, isn't he?
Yeah, they're like strapped together, standing up or something, and then he just goes, "Was I unconscious?" And Wolverine goes, "Not all of you."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I do like that bit where oh god, what's the one with the long hair called? Nice Paul, whatever he's called.
Yeah, nice Paul. Yeah,
That was ridiculous.
When he does that, when Ryan Reynolds said something, and then he just goes, "Oh, I can do fourth wall stuff too," and just turns around and goes, "The proposal," and they're like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
that was good though. That was one of the funniest points. It's like the lamest joke.
Yeah,
But
Funniest bit is when Wolverine's just constantly having a go at him for getting people killed.
I thought
everything about it.
I was hoping the bit in the trailer was in there. You know when he goes, "Can you put your mask on? It's so hard to eat with it off." And he's like, "It's so hard to eat with it on." And you know that bit that was in the trailer.
Yeah, that wasn't there. I don't
Yeah, I was
think,
really hoping that was going to be in there, but
one of my favorite bits is when he's with Chris Evans and he's like hugging him. He's like, "Oh my god, he's going to say it. Say what? Avengers Ascent, flame on." Oh, sorry, what now?
yeah, that was
He
genius.
turns into Fantastic Four.
That was a genius twist, though.
I love that original Fantastic Four. I thought it was a great film.
I haven't seen
I love
that, man.
that. And I think Chris Evans is a fucking good sport for doing all that sort of shit.
Oh yeah,
Especially since he's like apparently the coolest Avenger because he's Captain America, and they got him in only to play one of the worst ones that he ever did. And then they had to when they killed him off, and he breaks the fourth wall and goes like, "We had to kill him off. He wasn't worth the budget or something."
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
no, he was using up the budget.
Yeah.
He was using up the budget. Yeah, that's brilliant.
It would have been funny if they got Vinnie Jones back for Juggernaut.
I know, but again, it's because it's multiverse. You can have whoever, but yeah, that would have been good.
I thought they were gonna get Robert Downey Jr. I really did, because you know when he's having the interview with
Iron Man's things on the side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did
when
you
he's
notice
having-
how a little
John
Easter egg in that,
Favreau? Huh?
Which one?
where you see Iron Man's helmet? There's a picture of Iron Man with someone behind that helmet.
Yeah. That's what I thought, because we see him in the
Picture
photo.
of Iron Man with Spider-Man, but he couldn't be shown because everyone's forgotten about him. Remember the last Spider-Man film?
Tom Holland.
Everyone forgets him, don't they?
So what was in the photo then?
Picture of Iron Man shaking his hand, I think. So they covered it up because everyone forgot him.
But you didn't see his head.
You just saw Iron Man with like that, or his arm around, but you didn't see the person with him. But it's because everyone's forgotten about Spider-Man.
Oh, I didn't get that.
No, not many people did. Someone pointed that out in a video.
But I thought they were going to throw in a Spider-Man, because when he was going pew pew pew, there was like loads of little moments.
Didn't you notice the Iron Man helmet was a bit like cartoonish? It was a bit like it looked like a little kiddie one.
I don't
Maybe
know.
it was the one that is little.
It looks pretty weird.
You know, doesn't he make one for his daughter? But actually, that's another universe.
Well, it's just on the back shelf, isn't it? It might not be his real one.
Yeah, that's true. That's maybe why it looked a lot smaller, actually.
But I love when the guy goes like, "That's Wolverine." It's like, you're damn straight it is. Disney brought him back. They're going to make him do this till he's 90.
Oh yeah, that was genius. But I mean, it's a perfect example though of him, like Hugh Jackman, just absolutely smashing the arse off this character every time.
Yeah, but that's it. Both of them are like in their prime, in their best roles they've ever done, nailing it.
But let's just talk about the intro, because that was a masterpiece. Because not only did they do a beautiful homage to
That song's
Logan,
been in my head all week since I've seen it.
Bye.
That's got to be in the charts next week, ain't it, that song?
Yeah. What was the song that I butchered from Stranger Things? You know, when she running up that
Kate Bush.
Bush running up that hill.
Yeah, so I think you're right. I think Backstreet Boys is gonna be.
Well, the irony is, I just watched a documentary on Netflix called Dirty Pop last week, and it's about
isn't it? It's
about Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, and it's about the guy who created one of the biggest ever Ponzi schemes, who basically did blimps and airlines, and then he realized that he was ferrying around all these famous, wealthy singers, and he went, maybe I should make some singers, and he just put a group together. It was Backstreet Boys, made loads of money off them, gave them no money, invested at other places, got other people to invest into it, and just used it. He looked like a millionaire, but he was borrowing. Anyway, he fucked up the bands, and then he thought, I've got so much money coming in from Backstreet Boys, someone's going to compete, so I'm going to compete with myself, and he made NSYNC.
More importantly, can you remember when Placebo covered Running Up That Hill?
No, that's got nothing to do with what I'm on about.
I know, I'm saying, he was talking about that song. That's one of the
That's
best
my
covers
fault.
of all time.
No, I've never heard it.
I brought up the hill. That's my fault. But no, but what I meant was that track, like you're saying, that he kicks the crap out of all those people to. I think it's NSYNC.
Yeah, it's NSYNC. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt the show. Just a reminder to say we love and appreciate you all for listening to the podcast, whether it's on Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, follow, as this really helps us continue to progress and improve the content and keeps us making these fun episodes for you guys. Oh, we're also on these things called Instagram and TikTok. You can follow us there too, as we share short, funny reels on the reg that you can share with friends if you like. Now, back to the mayhem.
Yeah. But he also brings back like Madonna and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. But mate, how fucking cool is it that when he goes when he talks about using the bones to defeat all these people, which is genius because they're made out of that special kind of not anamorph. What the hell is the special
Adamantium?
Adamantium, yeah.
Adamantium, like Adam.
Adamantium.
Adamantium.
Adamantium. Oh, that's another fucking word I can't. Anyway,
To be fair, it's not easy.
forget words. But once the bones go through the people, and then it comes up with the fucking names of the actors in it, I'm like, oh.
I must admit that the opening is like special for Deadpool because all the openings are so extreme. And they did talk about it last week. I did listen to an interview where they're chatting about it. It goes, the opening scene was our biggest concern because it not only has to be entertaining and tell you what's going on, but we have to make it a slow motion spectacle. And I don't know if we did it or not. And they fucking nailed it. But
oh mate, yeah.
Because it's Wolverine and it seems disrespectful to the Logan film, I was like, I know it's meant to be in bad taste, this film, but that might be a touch too far.
He made a point of saying though, didn't he?
Yeah, but because he recognised it, that's what made it okay, sort of thing.
How funny was that
really
little Wolverine when he got off the chair?
That was so
I was
good.
not expecting that.
And then everyone fucks him up as well. Yeah, that's so good. But that bit where he gets angry when he's in the TVA thing, he's talking to Mr. Paradox.
Yeah.
And he finally gets the bit. I laughed so hard and everyone around me was cracking up. But you know when you laugh and the scene's already moved on and there's another joke?
Yeah.
I was still cracking up from the previous one and I could hear everyone else as well. And I was stifling my laugh because I was going to be loud. I laugh internally. I go, but I was going to burst. There's that scene where he's getting suited up. And it's the old man slapping his ass and cupping his balls.
Yeah.
But then it speeds up the montage. It's like...
Yeah, cupping.
And he's like, that guy's a deviant or something. And he says,
No,
that guy's a predator, buddies.
Yeah, it's the best tailor I've been, but he's a bit of a predator.
Yeah.
I was crying in my seat and everyone else around. I looked around and they're all doing the same. Everyone's just like...
Brilliant.
I like the bit where it constantly goes on about him and Thor.
Oh,
Yeah. But I thought I really thought I was a bit upset because I really thought they were building up to Thor like joining in a big fight or something.
They only had so much of a budget, I think.
I do like the fact it was more X-Men heavy. I like that.
Chris Hemsworth has another 20 million.
Yeah, basically. But he says in that bit, what is it he says? He goes, when he beats the guy up, because he keeps teasing that guy downstairs, doesn't he, the TVA that keeps looking at him, going, I see him eyeing me up. And then he's on the phone and go, who are you on the phone to? He's like, HR.
Oh, yeah.
Your wife works in HR?
Yeah.
What?
Your wife.
But then he gets really angry and he smashes it and he goes, fuck you, Fox, I'm going to Disneyland. Headbutts the thing.
Oh, yeah, he smashes up the thing.
He says, fuck you, Fox, like 10 times in that film, like rips into Fox.
What about the bit about Batman? Did you catch that bit?
What bit about Batman?
Where Wolverine puts his mask on and he's like Batman, but he can move his neck.
Oh, yeah, that was genius.
I thought that thing would look stupid on Hugh.
It looks awesome.
Well good.
That was
Where did it come from?
I do like the fact that it's not a neon yellow. It is, but within seconds it's dirty, bloody, and it looks cool.
I like the way they put a story behind the costume.
Yeah. Which close to make everyone in the cinema cry.
Yeah, that bit was so powerful. I wear it to remind me of them. Fuck yeah, that hit me, man.
Yeah,
You know what was really funny though, when he goes when they're about to have the first fight in that kind of like Mad Max kind of saga, like desert, and he turns to the camera and says, "For you people excited, get your special sock out. It's that time. You're gonna get
What
excited."
about
or
when he
whatever.
gets there? He's like, "We're here. We've got Furiosa."
Yeah,
yeah. Well, we can't do the Mad Max thing. That's not the IPA. Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
yeah. And
They do it anyway.
He holds the head, doesn't he? We got Fury.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It was so current though. That's what I thought was amazing. Like
Broke a lot of rules, didn't they?
when the script, you know, however long ago it was finalized, I feel like before they went to film it, they threw in loads of stuff because they're like, let's get in the Will Smith kind of controversy. Let's get in
Yeah.
Furiosa.
They
But-
probably got a lot of phone calls after the first screening of that film.
Yeah, but I think everyone knows it's tongue in cheek. I don't think you could be offended by any of that, even if it was directly related to you.
Mate, my mouth, I looked at Sarah and went,
If I was Will Smith,
out.
I've got over it now. Anyway, he's releasing music videos now. When's the last time he did a music
Oh
video?
my god, have you heard that song? It's so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty boring, but
It's so bad. At least like his old ones were like, you let him get away with it because he was young and they were quite catchy. The Men in Black and Miami and that, quite good. This one is just kind of a bit embarrassing, really.
you know what Will Smith should do is actually be a rapper, because he's a good rapper.
No,
Why is he?
No.
He's very pro, polite, friendly, non-rude, non-misogynistic, non-aggressive, non-sweary. But fuck it, you should just go full rapper and do what
he's
you
a good
want.
rapper for 6-year-olds, but his news, I've actually heard the new song.
Yeah, but it's probably not for us. Maybe the kids like it.
No,
now.
but in general, it's really bad. Like, even if you love Will Smith and want
I've
to
heard it.
do it, it's really bad. The video's even worse.
I think I said the other week, there's an episode of a TV show where he did a little like 1 minute skit of it, and it was the same cadence as an Eminem song.
Well, I was going to say, interestingly though, in Eminem's new album, there's one track, I think it's called Guilty Conscience 2, where he starts mimicking Will Smith.
Huh.
It's
Wow.
really, really clever. Really, really clever.
Do you remember what he says?
No, it's in his rhythm. He goes, "You thought I was going to happen, hey, hey," because you know that when he raps, he does the kind of hey.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be? Hey, like yeah. I can't really do it. I'm not Will Smith. But...
As we're talking about Blade as well, like I think we've all got the same idea, and that's what I was saying to Drew. I was like, James showed so much constraint because I cannot believe he didn't blow the. I
Thank you
applaud
guys,
James.
you know, like seriously, thank you for not spoiling it for me.
I was struggling not to spoil it yesterday, to be honest.
But the
I was
irony
like,
is, if you look back through one of our podcasts, I did mention, I said there was rumors that Blade is going to be in it.
I pretty much knew he was in there from the things I read.
But also,
Even
guys,
what Wesley Snipes was posting, he kind of gave it away.
but also,
no.
I thought it was a beautiful homage because, you know, like the third Blade that people say, we won't talk about the third one, right? It's like Ryan Reynolds was like, let's give you that redeeming fucking moment again because you're badass. Let's bring you back as the badass version you are.
I like when he walked in, he growled. It was like a growling noise, wasn't
I
it?
did want more of him though. Like, if I'm honest, like I really wanted him to do like, you know, like some of the really cool
Want to bite someone?
yeah, like, but you know when he normally throws
He
those
never
like,
used to bite anyone.
boomerangs.
Yeah, well, not boomerangs. They're the metal claws. Yeah.
And he throws that and he goes like, I thought it was gonna like take loads of people's heads. He was gonna
What?
catch it and do some really.
Well, he
cool
did do
stuff.
that. He literally did that.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did it but very briefly. It wasn't anywhere near like the other
Yeah, it
stuff.
was a montage. It's not his film. He's just doing a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
What about when they're in the car chatting and they're on about how many different Deadpools and whatever there are, and he said there's only one Blade, and Deadpool just looks at the camera. It's like,
Yeah.
And that's it. When I think everyone thinks the same thing because it's like he goes, "There's only one Blade. There's only one Blade. Only ever going to be one Blade." I'm like,
Well, it's him saying
that new film has been stalled because Mahershala Ali's been kicked out because Wesley Snipes gone, "Fuck it, I'll do it."
that'd be serious.
So they rethink it.
bring something up quickly, talking about things. Have you seen the clip that Bill Skarsgård and his whatever female actress in the film is called?
For Crow.
For The Crow.
That's Twigs.
Have you seen the video they've done announcing the release date?
No, I don't want.
It's hilarious. They don't want to be in this film at this point. They're both stood there, like almost like you filmed it on your phone, and they're like, "Hi, it's Bill Skarsgård." She's like, "Hi, it's whatever." And like, you go and see The Crow at end of August, and you can tell they look like hostages. They look like they hate their life at this point.
They got the
It's so
Crow
bad.
trailer into the Deadpool trailers. Did you see it this weekend?
Yeah, but it reminded,
Yeah,
it reminded me of the one that we
attention
originally.
anymore. It just looks like an awful B-rated straight-to-TV movie.
It went back to the one we originally said, because rumors has it that there's been loads of reshoots, but we said they gave away too much in the long one that was like 3 minutes that was crap, and they've gone back to the 40-second one.
They should go back to the no second one.
Yeah, just stop doing it.
It should just be called No, not Crow.
I mean, right. That, I think as well, like in Deadpool, that the beginning scenes, apart from the NSYNC one, when it's him with his toupee in his real life, he's hanging out with Blind Al and stuff like that.
That was cool.
I just loved, like, what was that? That big Russian guy I don't think he even spoke once. He was just there.
Oh, was that the metal dude?
Yeah,
Colossus.
Colossus, yeah.
Colossus, yeah.
But I love the bit. I was just looking at the quotes thing, and it's like Blind Al and Wade Wilson chatting. It's like, want to do some cocaine? Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits. What about Bolivian marching powder? They know all the slang terms.
Yeah.
So
They
funny, isn't it?
even
Like she's blind,
snowboarding.
but she can see cocaine.
Yeah.
I like that white
Even
girl.
snowboarding. Even disco dust. White girl interrupted. Even Forrest Bump. Do you want to build a snowman? Yes, but I can't.
Yeah. Which is, again, that's a homage to Disney, isn't it? Frozen. It's genius.
Yes. Oh, did you hear from last week? We're talking about Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2 is now the biggest Pixar movie grossing.
I really want to,
ever.
mate, after you sent that thing that Emma shared with you, I really want to see it based on that kind of concept. Like, it sounds cool.
Yeah, but that concept is almost irrelevant if you're not looking for it. It's just a fun film that's action packed.
Yeah,
really
no,
cool.
no, for sure.
If you look for it, it's every sentence is deliberate.
It's weaved. This is a
Yeah,
weird
it's so
moment.
good.
I'm trying to remember what was that?
Because we did a quiz a few months ago. Remember, James did a quiz, and it was like, "What's the biggest grossing Pixar film?" Can everyone remember the answer?
Frozen 2.
Nope. Incredibles
Aladdin.
2. Incredibles 2.
What?
Incredibles 2 is the highest grossing at the cinema.
Holy shit!
And
They need a 3 of
Inside
that.
Out 2 is just blasted out of the water.
They need an Incredible 3 for
It's done more than Barbie.
for sure. They need an Incredible 3. What was that? What was that horror film where like they've got their asses in faces and groins in places? What's that horror film where they're like they've got their Human Centipede?
Human Centipede.
Yeah. There's a moment in Deadpool where it's almost Human Centipede. You know, he goes, "You sick fuck!" Like, and he's put the blade through the guy's ass and he sticks it through the other guy's fucking balls.
Yeah, he's got the Wolverine spikes, and he can't take them off.
Because he doesn't know how to use them properly, which is so funny. But that moment, and he's doing a bit of a kind of Human Centipede, and the guy's like, "You sick!" But it's really funny, man. It's really funny.
I can't get enough of it. I want to go and see it
I definitely. But this is what I mean about it's the kind of film you could put on and invite mates to your house and like let's just watch it and kick back and just it's just something you just put on and just keep watching, man. Really, just to see all the hidden Easter eggs.
I just looked at IMDb for goofs, like errors in the film. Do you want to hear? There's only 2. How ridiculous is this, right? Goof is like something important, like Wolverine accidentally called Deadpool dead fish or something. Like something stupid. Or a stormtrooper banging his head. That's funny. The 2 continuity errors they've spotted in this film is that when Wolverine and Deadpool are driving in the Honda, the car clock jumps ahead 3 hours during one conversation. Give it up, mate.
This is what we're saying though.
It's so tiny. It's not even a proper clock. It's like a little digital display in a display.
Mate, if you're watching a clock when you've got 2
it's impressive.
iconic characters on screen, you've gone to the cinema for the wrong fucking. Don't go to.
Yeah, but there's someone that works for IMDb that goes to watch films to fucking hunt this shit down.
And by the way, I think it's 24th of August. The cinemas will be filled with tumbleweeds.
What do you mean? For what?
The Crow.
Yes.
Because I ain't going there having any of my money for them.
I'll go free because I need to see it. Because I just need to see it.
You need to be up to date with what's a guan.
The other continuity error is during the bar scene when he first meets the wrong, but the one Wolverine we see. He's drinking a bottle of whiskey and he's meant to be in America. The label actually says UK HMRC for UK market only. Like, shut up.
Isn't it Johnny Walker's he's drinking as well?
Yeah, it's great.
No,
Yeah,
not
Red
not
Label.
oh, that's later on.
Yeah.
That's some incredible spot though.
Like, who spots that? He's
Don't know.
drinking Johnny. He's drinking Red Label when Gambit.
Oh yeah, that's
smashes
brilliant. He's like, stop drinking my stuff. That was amazing.
I think he is. I don't think he's underrated. I think people know he's good, but what's his face again?
Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum is incredible and everything. He makes a. Oh no, that was on a TV show.
That Gambit character was so funny though.
It was really funny. Like he's
Every
got
time
some
he
show
talks to
stealing.
Deadpool, he's like, "What are you saying?"
He's got some show stealing moments. It's brilliant.
He's like, "Well, kitchen sink, a merry-go-round," or whatever he's saying.
Yeah.
But I think he's. He seems like a weak. I wouldn't. His film will probably be good because he's good. But I don't think if I had heard there's an Iron Man film, a Thor film, and a guy throwing playing cards at people film, I don't think I'd watch that. But
He's
now
been playing cards, and he's got a big staff that he briefly uses.
Didn't
Yeah.
he
That's his
say?
main weapon.
Didn't he say who's your dialect coach? Like in it, like it's a 4-4. Like who's your
So-
dialect coach? Like, yeah.
But either way, like if he made a film now, I'd be up for it. The irony is that they did a. That's why I told you to stay off Instagram yesterday, because yesterday they started releasing, because they hadn't done spoilers all week. They started releasing spoilers yesterday.
Asshole.
Like Ryan Reynolds on Instagram posted a cast photo, and the cast photo had Channing Tatum in it and
Oh.
loads of other random people. I was like, fuck.
They
Also,
could
why-
put Gambit in the next Avengers film,
Well,
but he couldn't. I don't think he's big enough to have his own film.
Channing Tatum was in a previous film, or he had basically there's a photo of him about 10 years ago with the T-shirt of Gambit, the pink hair and the skull, or
Well, they were going to make the film. It got canned.
but but he had that T-shirt on 10 years ago because he was about to get his own film and it never happened, and he's wearing the same T-shirt in yesterday's post is the new thing. Everyone is in suits and looking suave, and Channing Tatum's in a Gambit T-shirt. Like,
Yeah, that character's not a main character.
no, but how good was Laura X-23?
She was brilliant, man.
And how cool was it when it was like time to fight? She put the sunglasses
Yeah,
on.
I lost my shit at that moment,
like-
man.
I would not have got that if I didn't watch. I watched Logan 2 days ago. I
Mate,
would
she
not
kept
have
the
got that.
glasses.
Yeah,
I think this is what, because people are doing rates as well, like, and people are still rating like Logan, like, boom, you can't, like, Logan is like the godfather of X-Men films.
Logan's 2017. I
Joey-
watched it in 2017, so it's been 7 years. So I forgot the specifics of it.
But I'm saying story-wise and like acting and everything, like you can't touch Logan. Like it is like the godfather of the X-Men films. Like it's just
Yeah.
flawless.
And doesn't everyone just love Peter?
Yeah.
Everyone
I
needs
do.
Peter.
No, but I actually love the fact that comes about, because that's kind of how they get out of that massive fucking predicament with all the Deadpool.
Yeah.
It's genius.
But the coolest scene is just before that, when Deadpool and Wolverine slice everyone in that bus and it just
Yeah.
gets bloodied. Then it cuts to the back and they jump out. Obviously, it's CGI'd,
yeah,
He
yeah.
slips.
but they've got the pose, and then they land, and Deadpool goes, "Fuck, I missed up that pose," or whatever it was.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Baby Paul's just sat there.
It was like the coolest. It was like the coolest 2 seconds, like freeze frame. Again, like you said, Deadpool like slipped or something and fucked it.
But how cool were the positions that they got Hugh Jackman in for when he's proper like taking on the character, when he's bent down and he's like
Yeah.
diving.
What
like-
about when they
like
bring
in
up the
magazine.
point that he's wearing a suit because he's let himself go, and at the end the suit just like rips off?
Oh, with the
Oh
arm.
my god. I've never seen a like more muscular but trim man in my
Yeah, but
life.
he was
Jesus.
insane. Like, was that genuinely him, or do you have a body
Yeah,
double
they-
for that?
I earlier today I just watched a clip of them on Jimmy Kimmel,
Yeah.
and Jimmy Kimmel's off ill or something, so it was those
Oh.
two hosting,
Oh, well, no way.
and Ryan Reynolds embarrasses him by putting a picture up of him like with the Wolverine trousers on but topless with the spikes, and it's just
how old is Hugh Jackman? Like,
he's 55, I think.
Yeah, I think he had a little bit of help.
He said he trained bloody hard. Basically,
but
the reason he's so slim and built, because obviously if you build up bulk, sometimes you just get big.
Yeah.
He had slimmed down at theatre. He was doing a theatre run, and he was not eating very well, and he was doing lots of work and exercise, and he got skinny, like no muscle.
Yeah.
And then his next job was Deadpool, so he had to eat. He went from skinny to 6,000 calories a day and working out like a motherfucker. And you could probably grab his waist like that.
That's kind of Christian Bale
It's
style. isn't it?
almost definitely 100% had some Mexican supplements.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Some of these people are on it.
No,
Like the guys that train like
James,
Chris
he's got good
Hemsworth and
genes,
that.
man.
they're
You'd be jealous. He just got great genes.
it's common knowledge, though, that Hollywood actors use steroids a lot.
It's not even steroids. They used a new drug as well, the Slim Down. Remember the joke? It's sad.
Slimming down won't make you look like that,
Well, his waist is tiny.
especially at 55 years old.
He looks insane, though, doesn't he? That's what I'm saying. Like, he looks insane.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
It was so
It's
funny.
like
You know
when
when
The
his
Rock
top
tries
is
to
off?
claim he's not on anything. It's
You
like,
know when his
behave.
top is off, and the girl gets really excited at the desk, and then they throw a jacket at him, and he closes up, and she goes, "Oh, it's so funny." That.
But I'm all for them doing Mexican supplements.
yeah, do what you want. I don't give a shit. They're not competing.
Guys, can we,
They're
can
not
we just say
running a
like,
race.
dedication? This is again it. The dedication to playing that part. And
It's not illegal to have it, is it?
No.
So,
I'm all
shit.
for it. I think you should be able to use it in sports. It would make things welcome.
Yeah, as long as it's even.
Because Lee Evans made that gag. He'd be like, if you had the Olympics, everyone's on drugs, it'd be like the hop, skip, and where the fuck did he go?
that is
It was a
brilliant.
Lee Evans joke.
That is brilliant.
That's amazing.
That is
I
brilliant.
watched. I went downstairs and Sadie was watching a documentary on Netflix, I think it was, or BBC about Linford Christie.
Ooh.
It was really interesting. He's like, obviously, I forgot how big he like the guy's. He looked like Hugh Jackman almost. He's massive. He's just this. He only needs to run fast. He only needs to have fast legs. Why is his shoulders and arms like fucking Schwarzenegger? He's a monster.
You ever remember Ben Johnson? I
But
think his name was Ben Johnson. He was so much on the goods. His eyes were yellow. He looked like a leopard.
well, the point of that bit was that when you're saying about steroids and stuff, he it was funny because he had won everything, and he started doing training because he was sick of the media attention and everyone talking about his massive
Oi, oi.
penis. So he took a step back and he started training people to do the 100 meters. And when he was training, he was so involved. He was like overly involved. And people said, "Why don't you just go for a run?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't want to." And then there was a professional competition. And then Linford Christie got permission to rock up beside them and not officially compete, but run beside them. So there was like an actual race, a 100-meter race for a world championships or whatever. And in the sidelines, he just set up camp and raced with them. And he won, but he didn't win because he wasn't on the track. And the first interview was to the winner was like, "How does it feel to be beaten by an old man who's just doing it for fun?" And he just won the fucking gold or whatever. And that was the first comment to this random guy. And Linford Christie got tested. Everyone got tested. And it came back with he's a drug user. And it ruined him for years. And they found, and he goes, I've never taken drugs, never taken anything enhancing. And they found out it's a thing that's in like whey powder, the sort of protein powder that everyone has.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he goes,
Oh, no.
"This is not something that enhances your ability. It's just like a small thing that's in a product." He goes, "I had the product, not for that. Didn't affect me. Everyone's having it." And loads of people failed that year because the guidelines weren't accurate because it was in the fucking 90s and no one knew anything.
That's fucking crazy. You just have loads of like sports people just drinking Huel now because that's got
You'd
everything.
be
in
like,
it.
come on, Linford, own up.
Oh, he's a lovely man. I was saying to Sadie, I think Linford Christie's probably got one of the perfect personalities. When you're watching the series, you're like, he is a lovely man. He's just a genuine, nice, friendly, smiley, happy human being. And then you see him in the interviews, and when someone says something negative to him, he turns
Look
and
at,
calls,
look at Ben
Turns into the
Johnson.
Hulk.
he calls, no, he's polite,
Look at Ben Johnson.
articulate, and calls him out.
He's like, nothing to see here. the
Yeah, but-
size of him.
Go a
Monstrous.
little to the. Oh, we couldn't see it.
He looks like he should be in a superhero film.
Yeah.
He's got like yellow eyes as well. Like he was doing all and everything. It's
For the
like
viewers
Arnie.
at
Even he admits to doing everything under the sun, doesn't he?
Who's that? What?
Arnie.
Oh my god.
Arnie was on all the goods.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad thing back then, though, was it?
No.
Should we see if we can find any more?
It adds a bit of character.
Is there anyone from Deadpool else that were surprised? Have we mentioned everyone?
Wait, we said Chris Evans, didn't we?
Yeah, that's, the end scene. I take it everyone stayed to the very end?
Oh, I wish they'd. It was a really long time, wasn't it, for that end scene? It was
It did
kind of
feel
annoying.
But it was funny. It was like, because we caught that right, and he looks up. There's a camera. Just to
I kind of wish they put them end scenes halfway through the credits, because it is kind of annoying when you're sat there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, the car
5
was
minutes, 10 minutes,
parked,
whatever.
and I was running out of time on the meter. But I was like, I really want to stay to the end credits.
Hey,
so.
after you've done the actors, play the end scene. Just do it
Then,
and
do you
let
know what I
people
was
go.
thinking? When the credits were rolling, I looked to Sarah and said, "Look how many people the film industry keeps in a job. Like the amount of people
ridiculous,
employed.
wasn't it?
It was amazing. Like
It's really boring to watch, though.
Yeah, but it's absolutely incredible to think how many people are getting paid and hopefully well. I mean,
Well,
this
hopefully
CGI,
this gives Disney a bit of a kick up the backside that they maybe need to be a bit more risky with their movies. Because they have had some severe flops over the past couple of years.
Well, this is it. That's why he's Marvel Jesus. He has reinvigorated it. I have not been interested in I've still watched them, but even me and my mate Ryan, the last few films we saw, like Blue Beetle, that was good. I enjoyed that, but it wasn't anything special. But it was good. No, it was genuinely a good film.
Yeah, but it just looked stupid.
The Marvels I enjoyed, but it was a non-film. It didn't need to happen, but there was nice bits in it. But it wasn't. But I went to see them because that's the problem with Marvel. If you miss one, you miss a joke.
The Eternals, what a sack of ass that was.
Yeah, that was bad, to be fair. But
She-Hulk, how much money did they lose on that?
Me and Ryan have gone to the cinema and seen all these, and we always walk out going, yeah, all right. So we're never excited, but we feel like we need to go. But this, now I'm like, what's the next film? Because if Deadpool's going to get integrated somewhere, I'm fucking in. We didn't even mention Robert Downey Jr. going to be Doctor Doom.
Yeah, don't care. Fantastic Four would be a shit film.
The new Fantastic Four film, I think, will be good because the comic books, they came out in 1961.
Yeah, they're setting in the 60s. Yeah. They've had they gave up on Hulk in the end, which was a good move. Can't make good Hulk films, cursed.
What's the two films? I like the Hulk movies.
They're awful.
What's the two films coming out? Avengers Doomsday and Avengers
Secret Wars, which ain't so secret because everyone knows about it.
Both of them will have Fantastic Four in it.
So Robert Downey Jr. is going to be magically someone else.
Well, it's a different universe. You can be who the fuck you want. It will probably say that he could have been that and he went that way.
I think the whole multiverse thing is getting a bit retarded now. It worked for Deadpool.
That's funny.
It's
That's
funny.
why you put a censor, Drew.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah. I love
stop
the bit
with
where
the multiverse now. It's just ruining stories and making it like when someone dies, it doesn't matter. They'll just come back next week as someone else, or there's no threat anymore in movies.
We all agree, and Deadpool said the same thing. Deadpool said that was in the film, wasn't it?
They did it differently in Deadpool. A side thing.
He said it. This multiverse thing's not working. When you started doing the multiverse, went. That's what he did in the film.
It did go down. Well, luckily, Deadpool isn't actually, ironically, in the Marvel multiverse because it's a complete standalone movie, really.
Yeah, but it's now. This was the first film of Marvel. This is his first Marvel film.
I was shocked that Loki wasn't in this because I heard that this whole time travel what's the company, the TAC or TBA, that's all to do with the Loki TV series.
Was it?
Yeah.
So it was shocking that Loki wasn't actually even for a 10-second.
No, it's not. It's got nothing to do with Loki. Have you not seen it?
I saw the first season of Loki. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. It's one of the best series that has been a spin-off.
But I just thought it might have been. Well, actually, saying that, I haven't seen how it all ends. So maybe whatever happens to Loki.
It's very broad. Basically, anyone that fucks with the timeline, the TVA can show up. Right. So Loki is just one of the people, but there's hundreds of people.
Yeah.
So Loki wouldn't need to be in that scenario because he's just one of them.
I think they didn't want to put a current big hitter in the movie. It would have taken it away from Wolverine and Deadpool to have another big hitter. True. So if you think all the people in it aren't big hitters anymore,
they got overshadowed every 5 minutes by someone bigger than them.
they're old school cameos. They put if Chris Evans was actually Captain America, I think that would have taken away from the film.
Yeah,
But they put him as a shoddy old character, didn't they? He's come back after 20 years.
Wesley Snipes is 62 now. He looks a beast.
So I think if they'd have put a big hitter in Thor or something, I think it would have taken away from the film.
Wow.
But if they're in it for a small amount of time and then
they're never going to put someone like Chris Hemsworth in it for 5 seconds, are they?
But I don't mean 5 seconds. Give him a scene, 10 minutes or whatever. Maybe they get killed or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he can't get killed.
They've got to be really careful how he plays. If they're generally putting Deadpool in the Marvel universe, they're committing to no more 12-rated films where they're losing a massive audience.
That's the thing. When they do the next Marvel film, Deadpool's definitely going to crop up somewhere, and he's going to have to be censored somehow.
But if they censor him, he'll lose. People will be pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, like I said, when I watched the Jimmy Kimmel episode, on late night, they can swear, but they don't. I watch all the clips of the Jimmy Kimmel stuff and all the other people. No one swears, and the few occasions they might do, it's beeped, and it's people go, "Oh, can I say that?"
Yeah.
It was Wolverine and it was Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds hosting, and they swore constantly. They said horrible things.
Wow.
It was just a torrent of beep 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 beeps, and showing grotesque things. They showed a picture of Hugh Jackman with testicles on his neck, random stuff like that. It was all blurred out.
For me, they've got a balancing act now. They can't put Deadpool in the Marvel universe. They have to put the Marvel universe in Deadpool.
That would be better, yes.
And keep Deadpool separate. Put him on missions with the X-Men or the new Captain America.
It needs to be
put it in a Deadpool film. You can't put it in
the
new Avengers featuring Deadpool. It's stupid.
I know nothing about comic books. The Civil War thing where it's got the picture of, the Spider-Man and Iron Man and facing against, one of
the best scenes ever.
Yeah, and whatever, attacking each other. So apparently there's another one, or they could have put in X-Men as well, but because they didn't own the IP at the time. Yeah, but there's also another story that's kind of like Civil War, where it is X-Men versus Avengers. That's a film. That's a comic book.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, I think the Avengers are fucked if the X-Men get involved.
I don't know. Each one of them has someone to cancel the other one out, though.
Probably, but the Avengers are better movies in superhero land, but X-Men are look at the bad guy, the bad woman, Emma Corrin in Deadpool and Wolverine. In theory, she is unbeatable.
She'd be like Wanda, though, wouldn't she?
Yeah, WandaVision, yeah.
Yeah, WandaVision. That's it. Wanda, she's not a big credible threat in all the Avengers films, but when you see what she actually can do in Multiverse of Madness, you're like, fuck, everyone's dead if she wants it to be.
I'll tell you what, though, those X-Men movies were just a confusing spiderweb of films, weren't they? Oh my God. They were so confusing. You didn't know what was going. Everyone was in everything. It was they were good. But the timeline was so confusing.
Did you see Days of Future Past? That was good. Mind blowing.
Which is the one with the Egyptian-looking guy with a purple face?
Oh
Apocalypse.
It was either that one or the second one of Days of Future Past. It was the James McAvoy one.
Apocalypse is amazing.
Oscar Isaacs plays. It's like the fourth one of the Apocalypse, and it's set in Egypt or whatever it is.
And now he's Moon Knight. Honestly, there's a lot of actors out there. They don't need to repeat actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they do X-Men, they've got, apart from Logan, you can't really recast him, but go completely fresh.
But that's the good thing about it. I didn't even know he'd played Wolverine 9 fucking times.
He's been the only one.
He's the only Wolverine and Blade's the only Blade. Other than that, there's...
I'm going to go on a limb and say there's been one Magneto.
Well,
no, there was young Magneto. Forget what I was saying.
Well, there's only been one Iron Man as well, but to be fair, there's only a few in comparison. And the length and breadth and time frame, they've characters the longest.
If they did do another Deadpool journey though with Wolverine, Deadpool, and bring Blade in, I'm in. Do you know what I mean?
You've got to be careful not to have too much of a good thing as well, haven't they? The fourth movie is a tricky one to navigate, I think.
Well, Ryan Reynolds has already said that he's not making a fourth, but obviously he's going to probably be in a Marvel film, an Avengers film. But it ended with them sitting around a table and
was
Deadpool
lovely.
inviting him into his friendship group.
It was lovely.
So they could.
What if
It's
they
not an
go down the
it's a-
route of having the X-Men movies R-rated and a bit light-hearted? Because a lot of X-Men characters are quite light-hearted.
You mean
Yeah.
go down the Logan
And I think
route?
Colossus
make
is
more-
already his mate. He's one of the X-Men. Big silver guy.
Yeah.
So technically he was sat around a table with 2 X-Men already. That girl's an X-woman, so he's already got 3 of them around his dinner table.
You don't remember in X-Men 2 when he goes into the
And they shut the door.
yeah, and there's like loads of them there. It's like Beast and all them lot pull it close.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult is one of them. He's Beast.
Yeah, he's Beast, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they could go down the
Kelsey
sort
Grammer
of
do it as well
violent,
Kelsey
R-rated.
was Kelsey,
Maybe they go down the violent, light-hearted route with that.
was Kelsey Grammer playing the Beast as well?
Yeah,
So it's a
at one
different
point,
human.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
Maybe that's the move then. Make X-Men the R-rated thing. The R-rated Avengers.
Yeah.
Because you can't go R-rated with Avengers now because they'll lose a massive audience. All the kids. And that will then also affect toy sales.
Yeah,
Merchandise.
I still think they can bring him in. He just doesn't. He could say some edgy things that are not.
I think a censored, They think there's no blood
No,
in
it's
Avengers movies.
not censored, but there's got to be a way. I mean, they're going to be thinking about it, or they've already done it, because he is 100% appearing in one of the Avengers
I
films.
think the only
But
way they
imagine
can
him
do
being
it,
in one where there's no blood,
I
no
think
real
the only way
violence.
they can do it is having him as a cameo. That they turn up somewhere, he's there, and then they just go, maybe not. But there's like a little scene with him. Do you know what I mean? And then
Yeah,
they
but that's
go.
not going to sell seats. Like him just be on there being like, "You're right."
No. Think about the big fight scene in Endgame. You just slot a Deadpool in there swinging his swords at stuff. You don't see blood and guts.
I think it'll be a bit forced if you just put him in things.
No, yeah. I'm not just saying whack him in, but I'm just saying
Shoehorn him
he
in.
can still be violent without the amount of blood.
But he's got to swear in that. That's his whole point.
Yeah, but
Work with the mouth.
Wolverine is grumpy in every film and aggressive, and he doesn't swear
Yeah, but that's not his character.
until that. Yeah, but
Wolverine's character is someone who swears. Deadpool's character is someone with a terrible mouth. Merc with a mouth.
I know, but Wolverine swears like shit in this film.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
just a
and in
different
Logan.
film, isn't it? And it's like it's adapted.
As I said, I watched Logan the other day,
He swears
and it's
Logan.
got Patrick Stewart in it, and Patrick Stewart tells him to fuck off and calls him a little shit.
It's amazing.
That's
It's
not
amazing.
really a kids' film, though, is it? So
What?
it's not a kids' film, though, is it?
Yeah, but it's the same character that's been in all the X-Men. It's been in 9 X-Men films, and then
Yeah, but it's
'Cause he's
been
not-
9. I think they got a real difficult situation with Deadpool to try and make something good without
it's got to be.
giving him free
Right.
reign.
I mean, what are we talking about? What do we fucking know? But I'm sure they'll find. They've got to find a way, because Deadpool is currently the biggest thing on the planet, superhero-wise, even
Yeah.
bigger than Robert Downey Jr.'s thing's fairly
Well,
exciting.
the original Avengers are done. Chris Evans is gone. Robert Downey Jr. is gone. Like they're all gone. Like they've all done other things, and the ones that are left haven't really got any superpowers. Like the guy that is now Captain America has no superpowers whatsoever.
But still, that's why that film probably is going to be good, because it's not leaning on the superhero-ness. It's just
it'll
going to be
more
a
Batman.
good action
Actually,
film.
you're right. That'll be more Batman because it's about his mind and his tools. Do you know what I mean? Rather than
Except there's going to be a big red angry Hulk. But apart from that,
I always knew Harrison Ford was a beast, but
yeah,
They need to just maybe don't do what he did was going down the Star Wars route, just like milking it till it's dry, and less people are caring as it goes on.
that's why I think this was literally new blood for the Marvel world. And like you said, to see that Marvel title before a Deadpool thing, that for me, even if he never enters the Marvel universe, that for me was everything, because you've got all of the Marvel intro and then it's him. So you've already blended the worlds.
Didn't he say that at the beginning as well? He goes, "Doesn't that intro just make you all tingly or something?"
Yeah, just tickle your nuts or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting to
goes,
see where
"I
they've
am
got a couple of years
soaking
anyway
wet
to
right
do
now."
something, but they also don't want to let the water go cold either
Yeah.
and wait too long.
I don't think so, especially with the Wrexham thing going on. Like, you saw Welsh Paul in there as well. That was Paul Mullen, the goal scorer for Wrexham Football Club.
That's
Oh,
quite
no.
funny.
So that was
That's up for some Emmys, I think.
yeah.
The
That's
trailer was on before the film.
what
But,
else.
yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see where they go with it, because they've got something really good on their hands, but Disney have a bit of a habit for fucking things up.
Yeah, but again, I just think because again, I heard loads of interviews and they were saying that they showed Kevin Feige, which is obviously the main guy that runs Marvel and decides what happens and what doesn't. I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but he's got to protect his brand, like it's his baby, basically, isn't it? And they showed him the first draft of Deadpool and Wolverine, and Deadpool basically just saying that Marvel is full of shit. The multiverse is shit. They're going down the toilet. You joined at the wrong time. Everything's shit. And I'm Marvel Jesus. And they showed it to him like this. Like it's all fun and games when you're recording it, but when you're showing it to the boss man, you're like, oh fuck. And he was cracking up apparently, and they're like, so we're good. Like some of this was meant to like push boundaries, and we expected you to say like it's one of those things where you go over the top. So they say no to that, but you wanted that one. You didn't
Two
want
things about Kevin Feige. I'll
that
quickly say.
joke, so you went hard. So they allowed that one, but you allowed all of it apparently.
Two things about Kevin Feige, right? Number one, I did a wedding shoot once and did a bridesmaids in style.
Oh, big, that's a different man.
Is it?
Yes, it's a different man. Paul Feige is a different man.
Paul Feige. Kevin, are they related?
No, different
Okay.
spelling.
I was about to say he did the female Ghostbusters, so let's not get too excited.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's not him. That's Paul Feig, and he's doing a new film which is straight to Prime called Jackpot with the wrestler, the blonde one, the big one,
John Cena.
John Cena, which looks good, and
Yeah.
Aquafina. It's coming out.
Oh
Won't be a
yeah, it's the
great
comedy
movie.
one, isn't it? That looks.
Oh no, it
so
will
funny.
be. It's good. Yeah, it's going to come out in a couple of weeks. It looks
amazing.
brilliant
It looks
already.
amazing. And comedy.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what they do with Deadpool, but who knows?
I love that Stan Lee was on the bus.
Oh yeah.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
Little homage.
I was looking at like the because like some good moments. Like I looked at some of the trivia bits. One of the things that stood out. I mean, I already heard this, but there's a gentleman called Jay Fear, which is a cool name, who was terminally I think he's passed, but he was terminally ill. 45-year-old Wrexham fan, who obviously loves Deadpool and that connection. And they gave him, before he passed, a early showing of the film.
Oh,
Like
wow.
Ryan Reynolds, like says here, bucket list was to meet Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds met him in the Deadpool costume and arranged for him to visit the Deadpool Wolverine set at Pinewood Studios.
Wow.
And they put out a thing to him on social media as well.
That's when I feel like sometimes celebrities do become real heroes. You know, when you hear some of those kind of stories, that's incredible.
It's beautiful. He put something else on social media last week as well. What was it? Where he went to meet some. Oh yeah, there's a guy. There's a guy in, I don't know where he is. I guess Wrexham, and his son died. He had like a 9-year-old kid who was. And they showed little footage of this kid, like they'd filmed on camera, just going nuts and playing around and pretending he's Deadpool and stuff like that, and just all that sort of shit. And he died of I don't know what. And his dad tried to commit suicide. He's got other kids, but it devastated him. And what he did is he decided to accept death, and he wears. I didn't quite understand fully why. But he basically has a real bathtub, which is fucking heavy, covered in loads of toys. And he dresses up as Deadpool, cut a hole in the bathtub, wears it on him like dungarees. So he's got a bathtub sticking in front and back of him. And he's walking like the length of Britain or something to raise money for the illness that affected his son. And Ryan Reynolds did a video about him and met him and gave him put him into the makeup studio and made him up like the burn victim, like Deadpool. He goes, if you're going to do this, you're going to do this properly, because he's wearing the suit. And he's like, take the helm, take the face mask off, and they gave him the proper Deadpool treatment so he could go for a walk and get like loads and loads of attention. Now, I'd never heard of him, and if it wasn't for Ryan Reynolds, no one would have, apart from locals, would have caught that story, and it blew up.
Did you give him any money?
No. How much did you give him?
Chuffle.
I gave him some tears. One tear rolled down my
I
cheek.
feel like Ryan
Well,
Reynolds
luckily
should
he's
have.
got a bath to keep it in, hasn't
I
he?
feel like he should
Yes,
have got in the
fucking
bath.
hole in the
with him,
bottom,
though.
no?
I feel like he should have got in the bath with him, and the two of them were walking together. That would have
I
been.
feel like he probably got him some professional help.
Oh no, you're right. By the way, it is the first R-rated movie directly published under Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures.
10
Walt
points to
Disney will
Gryffindor.
be turning in
This is
his
Slytherin.
anti-Semitic grave.
Ravenclaw.
Anti-Semitic,
Yeah,
basically Nazi.
he was a bit of a Nazi, wasn't he?
Well, literally, he was anti-Semitic, little fucker. But he did draw a lovely little Mickey Mouse, which you have on your bed. So you have Nazi memorabilia closer to you than me.
You think the Mickey Mouse is only? Oh God, I've got a picture of Hitler on the wall.
And that's how we finish this episode.
I wake up like that every morning. I don't yawn like a normal person. I yawn like this, Kev.
I think James has just turned into Deadpool. You've inspired him too much.
Won't be making that clip, that's for
I
sure.
saw a picture on LinkedIn earlier of this team photo. Some company had made the poor decision, the ill-fated decision to take. They obviously told their staff to all wave at the camera, except a wave when it's taken a photo of, a lot of the time could just look like
Yeah.
that. So there's
Yeah.
a bunch of people just doing that to the camera. It's like that's where we're HR at this point.
Oh, do you know what the film Deadpool Wolverine was going to be called originally? The original name for it?
Yeah,
Go on.
a man your own space.
No, it's the two cops doing something, isn't it? It's a cop thing.
What?
It,
Title, name of film?
no, I know. I
Deadpool
can't remember the name
Wolverine.
of it, but it was two. It's two police cops doing.
Deadpool and Cop thing. It was going to be called Deadpool and Friend.
Oh,
Brilliant. That's a terrible name for a movie.
you guys
Well,
need to
at
watch.
the time they didn't have Wolverine. They were going to have something else happening.
You need to check out the Hot Ones when there's the two of them doing the hot wings. That is so
Yeah, I've
fucking
seen that.
funny.
Was he say I cheat at Wordle?
For 25 years.
I don't know why I've said that.
Brilliant. Oh, you have seen it.
Have
then?
you
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
Millie Bobby Brown? Is it Millie Bobby Brown?
Yeah, she just smashes them, doesn't give a fuck, doesn't she?
Just
Wow,
eats
what
them.
for, from Stranger Things. She just smashes them.
Yeah.
New Beetlejuice trailer came out. That looks fun.
That looks all right.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. So because I didn't message you because you've seen it, but I messaged. Oh no, did I? I can't remember. Did I do it in the group? I messaged
I don't
Drew.
think
I messaged Drew. Yeah, no, it's a good point. I messaged Drew to go like, "Holy fuck, this film!" But also, oh no, I did. I put it in the group. I
I'm
put
on
it.
Alien Spaceship.
I put in the group. I was saying that before the film started, like as soon as the trailers end, I know I've still got another 5 minutes. There's two adverts, a certificate warning, and don't use your phone in the cinema. So I was using my phone at that time to message you guys saying those are the best trailers I've seen in ages. Like the cinema at the moment is popping because I had Beetlejuice, I had Venom. Granted, I'm not really into Venom, but that as a trailer is pretty badass.
Yeah.
I didn't know they're making a new one.
Can we just real
We
quick
did The
on
Last
Venom, though?
Dance, and it's Gladiator 2, Trap, and Alien Romulus. It was like the biggest spectacle after the biggest spectacle after the big. It was insane.
Can we end this on one thing then? Because
One
someone's
sec.
charged my phone up.
Drew's about to
Yeah,
say
real
something.
quick on Venom though. Did you see the poster that a few people have made where they've got the 3 Spider-Men in it? Because they're saying if this is the last time Venom is around, they need to bring the Spider-Men in. Otherwise, it was a fucking waste of time.
Good point, well made.
Seriously though, like that's why like a load of fan people have made posters and it's the 3 Spider-Men all together and it's Venom on the other side and it says
You know, there's already been a crossover with Tom Hardy's Venom and Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, but also it doesn't make any fucking sense if all of the things that they've been kind of hinting at with Tom Hardy, Tom Holland, because at one point he licks the screen that Tom Holland's on, linking it to the Marvel Universe, doing the 3rd film and not adding any of the Spider-Men because they're fucking
Hey,
nemesis.
whoa. Isn't Venom Disney?
He's
Surely
Sony.
that's R-rated.
It's Sony.
Actually, wait, no.
Venom's Sony.
Sony owns Spider-Man, so they probably own Venom.
But they don't own them anymore, do they? Is Marvel not bought out Sony or something?
I don't think so. No, that's
but
why
hang
there's so
on,
many
but
Spider-Man
Sony-
films. There's
Sony
like a
is
thing you have to
Spider-Man.
make a certain amount.
Sony is Spider-Man and Venom, so they can.
One company needs to own the lot and just do a big.
Sony are not going to give Spider-Man up, are they?
They
No
fucking
chance.
please put Spider-Man in that third fucking Venom.
No. We can't let Disney touch Spider-Man until the new Spider-Verse is coming out because Disney will ruin it.
Oh, also, did you hear that Spider-Man 4 was announced at Comic-Con?
Yeah, but has that got Venom in it? Because like, what are they doing with Venom? Why have they made Venom like?
I don't know. What film did Venom appear in at the end? Was it No Way? Was it one of the Spider-Man
Yeah.
films?
Yeah, the one with
No Way Home.
the one with Fishbowl Head.
No, that's
No Way Home.
No.
One of them. What?
Yeah, but
Talking about-
Spider-Man's
Fuck, what's his name?
Spot.
Mysterio.
Green Goblin.
Mysterio.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
That was brilliant though. It wasn't the end of that though. It was no country for old men. What the fuck am I talking about?
No Country for Old Men. Come back, Tobey Maguire.
No country for
You're
old
right.
men
Though,
with
Spider-Verse
Spider-Man.
2 had the crossover. They went into the Venom world in the shop.
Yeah.
Also, I just looked on the Deadpool thing. You know how we said Wolverine, shame he wasn't, what's his name? Juggernaut.
Yeah.
He was approached to reprise his role, but he turned it down because, in quotes, such a drama putting that suit on.
That's such a Vinnie Jones thing to say.
That is brilliant.
I mean, I know he's financially stable because he's done 300 shitty films that no one's ever heard of, but he could have been in one of the biggest action films of all
I
time.
kind of respect. It just goes to show he doesn't care about the money. He
I
just
get it.
Does what he wants.
But it's
But he does look like you've got a meatball
If
on
they-
your head. It's not the most flattering of all the characters. They
I don't give a fuck. If I was a multi-millionaire and Ryan Reynolds said we can only afford to give you 1p, in fact, you have to pay us $2,000 to be in it.
turn up on.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, dude, my computer is like actually overheating, so maybe we need to.
Yeah, so my situation
cook
is
an egg on
overheating
this
big time as
laptop.
well.
Oh God. All right, we'll cut it here and then we'll 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, just let
15
everything
minutes.
take a
I need to
breather.
cool this down and charge it. It's mega hot.
Yeah.
All right.
Crazy hot today.
Thanks for listening to the spoiler special.
Oh, we didn't answer one last thing then.
What was that?
How bad do we reckon, seeing as it's out in a month, how bad do we think The Crow's going to flop?
It's already been. Everyone hates it already. So
Worst film of the year? Like, I'm talking like 3 out of 10s on IMDb.
the problem is, even if it is actually watching a fun action film, it will wind me up how shit it is compared to the original.
Do we think over or under then? Over or under 5 on IMDb?
Under,
Yeah.
unless
I reckon Rotten Tomatoes will be under 10%.
unless a bunch of kids are going to see it that
I
have never
really
heard of
I'll
it.
be generous. Under 25% on Rotten Tomatoes because they're a bit harsher with their scoring.
I really wish, right, that it was kind of like you got a B-star movie actor in it, because Bill Skarsgård is such a great actor. It's kind of heartbreaking for him to be associated with this flop, you know?
I like him a lot. Man, that man is Nosferatu. He's about to be one of the most famous vampires.
Problem is, though, if they put a unknown actor, even less people go and see it.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Like,
I don't
they
understand
can't
why.
win.
I don't understand why Twigs is in it as well. She's like a singer who does occasional acting. She's
That's
like
why I also don't want to watch it. They've gone all wokey with it and put in a bloody Twix or whatever she's called.
she's low budget Lady Gaga, and that's fine.
Guys, they'll probably
But she should be in a smaller film. This is like this should be a big. If they're doing The Crow properly, there shouldn't be maybe not an unknown, but it should be either a massive actor or a nobody.
mate, there'll be like.
By the way,
10
I'm not just
TikTok
hating it
people in
because it's
there
a
as
Crow
well.
remake. It just looks awful.
Yeah. Taking away The Crow, it just doesn't look brilliant either.
Bill Skarsgård looks like the least menacing person.
Are you kidding me? That boy is built.
He doesn't
He's
look
6'6".
menacing in that film.
He's
Not
6'6".
compared to Eric Draven.
He's 6'2" as well. Like he's really tall or whatever.
Yeah. Eric Draven is who he's playing, but compared to Brandon
He's
Lee,
got really weird face paint on.
Brandon Lee is probably not as big as that guy in physical or muscular definition, but you feel he could fuck you
Yeah,
up.
but in
Whereas Bill
charisma-
Skarsgård,
In charisma, like you can't touch Brandon.
Brandon Lee's just fucking got it. I wonder if he would have been as big as he was if he didn't die. I wonder if it was that effect.
People
Like,
were saying, like, and I think actually your cousin said this, that he would have been like a Heath Ledger, Brandon Lee.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would have been big because that film was amazing, regardless.
And like my cousin, like Michael said, like Heath Ledger took Brandon Lee's cue from the makeup, literally to the point of how he did it
Oh, shit.
for the Dark Knight. The way that Heath Ledger put the makeup on perfect,
Oh, yeah.
and went to sleep, and then woke up all smudgy and went,
Yeah.
"No
It's-
makeup person touched me."
Isn't
That
it mad that they both died after their big hits? Because Heath Ledger was in
Ooh.
loads of stuff, but normally like rom-coms or little silly like night
Yeah,
films. They were good movies,
it's
but
not
that was his big like whoa.
also
And
it's
then
not a big hit because in 10 years' time they could have had a bigger one, you know. But it's like, yeah, like we're saying about Jimi Hendrix and Nirvana, Kurt Cobain, and stuff like that. They died at their prime, but did they have another great album in them we'll never ever hear?
Jimi
Or
Hendrix, yeah.
was that the peak?
Nirvana, probably not. Think if Kurt
No.
Cobain hadn't died, would we have the Foo Fighters,
No.
who are a way better band? Don't care what anyone says.
Culturally, no, but yes, kind of.
The question is, would Nirvana be as big if Kurt Cobain hadn't have died? That's a more interesting question.
Well, they were massive prior to that. Like not to go on because we'll end this in a second, but when he died, Dave Grohl famously said what he did is that he couldn't cope with it, and he wanted to separate himself from music. He hated music. He didn't want to be around it, didn't want to hear it, listen to it. And his family used to holiday in Ireland on a not even like Dublin, like middle of nowhere Ireland where no one goes. So he flew there, and he was driving around. This is like in the 90s, or like 94 or whatever. And he saw a hitchhiker. He was going to pick him up. As he got close to him, Dave
Turned to
Grohl.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, he turned around and the kid had a Kurt Cobain t-shirt on. He was going to escape, thinking that this is the end of the world. No one will see him. No one will know who he is. And he saw a kid with a Kurt Cobain t-shirt, and he went, "I've gone to the end of the earth, and I still can't escape him." So that was his.
Just get thrown out of it. Ireland is not really the end of the earth. He's not gone to like
He's
Timbuktu, has he?
He's in a Seattle rock band in the 90s, and he's gone to where he thinks there's no. As I said, it's not Dublin. It's in a place where there's like 20 people living in a village.
Probably
Like
had
Gary or
electricity. Though.
something. Yeah.
Like they might have not had the internet. Well, they definitely didn't have the internet.
No one had the internet.
But that's
Can you remember what Simon Amstel said on Nevermind the Buzzcocks? They were talking about Courtney Love, and Russell and Noel Fielding was like, "Oh, she'd snap you like a twig," to Simon Amstel, and he went, "Or kill me and make it look like suicide." And at the bottom it said, "This is definitely not true," like a disclaimer sort of thing. And everyone was like,
I love how quick he is. He is still one of the best comedians out there, and I wish he did more.
"No, wait, stop. No, he's not. He's very good in a thing. His live is absolutely dreadful."
Oh, I loved his live. Did you see the film he made on BBC?
No. His
No.
live stuff was terrible, I watched. It's like Sean Locke, great on a show, awful live.
I was just going to say,
I disagree with that as well.
that
I went
film
to
was
see
similar.
it. It was rubbish. It just wasn't fun. It just seemed forced and awkward. And he's very good at bouncing off people, but as written jokes didn't work. Like Russell Brand, written jokes don't work. His second tour did better when he was taking the piss out of the whole Andrew Sachs thing. He's got something to talk about.
Yeah.
But written fictional jokes, not good.
Matthew McConaughey did the same thing as Kurt Cobain. He
Shot himself in the head.
no,
What?
but before he won the or maybe no, maybe he did win the Oscar. I can't remember what it was, but you can watch it on YouTube or whatever. And he said I had to go to a really random island to escape what Hollywood has made me. Basically, he said he couldn't escape the fact that he's such a big name and blah blah blah. And then he managed to go to some really random island in the middle of nowhere, not island, just a random island in the middle of nowhere. And he said it took like 5 days before somebody found him in this like little foresty bit in the middle of fucking nowhere, butt-fuck nowhere. And they went, "Are you the guy that won the Oscar?" And he went, "Fuck." He's like, "I can't escape."
Yeah, I'm
I
not
can't
being funny
escape.
to Matthew McConaughey, but he's just won an Oscar. He's probably very, very famous.
Yeah, no, I know,
Like-
but I'm saying,
Some people cannot escape. Like that's the thing.
He's
You
like,
can,
"I just won an Oscar. No one will know who I am."
there's tribes in the Amazon.
that's what I'm saying.
Tribes. There's tribes in the Amazon who were visited by Prince Charles. This was on a Carl Pilkington Idiot Abroad documentary thing, and he goes to this tribe in the middle of the Amazon who basically see a white man once every 3 decades.
Yeah.
And Prince Charles visited them once on a boat for like 10 seconds. And after that, they had good rain and a good harvest. So now they worship him.
Wow.
So Carl Pilkington turned up and they're like, oh, Prince Charles, you white man, Prince Charles, and do all this little fucking dance and stuff. You're like, what the hell is going on?
Funny, I can also speak English, a bit weird.
But yeah, but this
Oh, no, they pointed and things.
Just throwing something out there. One, the 3 tribes in the rainforest are the the Yanomami, the Mugadamor, and the Arapesh, right? They're the 3 tribes in the Brazilian rainforest. You're talking old school tribes.
10 points to John.
Nowadays, they've got Londis, they've got Audi, they've got everything in there now.
Mobile phones.
Riddle.
Yeah, they got Apple, they're on iPhone 5.
Yeah. Well,
But-
go back to Simon Amstel before we end. He made a film called Carnage. It's on BBC. It's very much worth the watch. It's not a long film, and it's got thingy in it. It's got, what's his name?
Martin Sheen.
The other one. Why can't I find it? Anyway, it's a very good film. It's
Martin Freeman.
futuristic, based in Martin Freeman, based in
Love Martin Freeman.
2067 of the future
Specific.
and how the world's changed. And I'm not going to say the word because it will put you off. Watch it and you'll be like,
Okay.
fuck it, this is clever.
Okay.
Can I just end on
right.
a really cool
See you
thing
in
for
a bit.
Deadpool, though?
But we're gonna do the 25th ending.
I was just going to do it for the Deadpool thing. I love that he says some motherfuckers are still trying to ice skate uphill.
Yeah, classic line from Blade.
That was fucking brilliant. Did you get
That's
that?
from
Gav?
Blade 1 as well, when
Yeah. When he throws the thing
Stephen
up.
Dorff is the bad guy.
Yeah, Frost.
What happened to Stephen Dorff? He does
He-
like a film randomly every now and again.
Yeah,
and a
Deacon
Britney
Frost.
Spears video.
And he throws the thing up and he does the roundhouse and it goes straight through his
Yeah,
head.
for no reason whatsoever. He could have just thrown at him.
Yes, brilliant. Brilliant.
Fantastic. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for listening to Your Movie Podcast.